Right. Hi, Thomas. Good afternoon. Where are you from?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia, South America, of course.
Yes. And how did you end up here in Belgium?
I came as an exchange student. I have family from Belgium, so when I had a choice to where do I wanted to study, I chose Belgium. I thought that it was a way to get to know my roots back.
Yes. Okay, because you told me that, so one of your parents has roots in Belgium?
Yes, my father is from Belgium, from Ghent, actually.
Okay.
And my mother is a Colombian. But I was born and raised in Colombia.
And how long have you been here?
I have been for 1.5 years.
1.5 years. Okay. And do you remember when coming here at first, did you have problems communicating with the Belgians, or was it okay?
Not really big problems, but were mostly like formality things, like small details. Like, for example, when I used to write an email for a professor, I am really an informal person. I used to call him by the name, just like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. In Belgium, I learned you are really formal. So the people want to be spoken by their titles, so doctor, professor, whatever. And sometimes they thought it was kind of impolite. And those kind of details are kind of the communications differences that I...
So in Colombia you could just like use the first name of the lecturer, or?
Yes,
you could
to call them. Partially because lessons are smaller and the students get to know the teacher in a more personal way through the academic year. So at the end of the academic year, they are more close to each other.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah. So the student life in Belgium, do you think that is different again? So not just the regular life, but as a student?
Yes, I mean, in Belgium, almost each student goes away from home and goes to live in a cot, and they live by themselves, and they also combine work and studies. In Colombia, most of the students work with their parents, and they don't work. So it's kind of like the big differences that exists.
Okay. So yeah, so less like coffee.
Yeah, less parties. People drink a little bit less during the week. For example, another small differences is that in South America, in Colombia, the party day is Friday. In Belgium, it's Thursday before everyone goes home. And you don't have those small differences. For example, like getting your clothes to wash in your parents' house, or as an empty city, a Saturday morning.
Yes. Okay. And the cost of living, it's probably cheaper in Colombia, or?
Bogota is an expensive city. You have a lot of extra costs, like transport. In Belgium, you use the bike, so you don't have to pay anything for that. And also the studies are really expensive. For a normal university, a private one, not the best one, but not the worst one, you will pay around 3,000 euros for a semester. Okay. So 6,000 euros a year. So that's quite expensive.
Yes. Okay, then something very important. Do you think the Colombian girls would like me, or or just a Belgian guy in general?
They will smell for you.
They will not for you?
Yeah, completely.
It's very important information. Okay, so also about safety. If I would go to Bogota, because I've heard Colombia has this name of being dangerous, do you think it really is dangerous, or?
It is, in fact, dangerous. In the city, you have to learn where are you going to live, and some basic survival rules, like don't take expensive things on the street, don't walk alone at night, and don't take any bus. But if you take care of yourself, it's alright, and you can have a fun time and you can enjoy it, but you have to be careful of what you do.
Okay.
That's really important.
Okay. And then, would you recommend Belgian students going to Bogota?
I would recommend it. It isn't for everyone. I mean, it is going to be a cultural change, and it will take some time to adapt. But certain of it that the people will enjoy it. Will really enjoy it.
Okay, thank you. I think that was it.